Hello there, thanks very much for your purchase. We just completed restringing it with these STR flat wounds, which are very nice strings. They're regular tension, regular gauge, and feels very nice and comfortable to play right now. We're set up at a optimal setup of 1.5 millimeters at the 12th fret. And it's playing very nice. We've had this set up about the bridge saddles are about halfway down all the way. The G string's a little bit lower, so is the E string, a bit lower than halfway. So there's still room on the bridge. It's nice and healthy, and the truss is healthy. There's a lot more scope on the truss for if you wanted to put on higher tension strings. You could. I'll just demonstrate to you the truss. We've also opened up that truss access for you there. So if I tighten up the truss, you'll see that the lower frets will start choking. So here we go. I'm just going to do a quarter turn there, and there we go. It starts choking down there. So let's take it back to where it was, because that was optimal. And it's, there's lots of room to go either way there on the truss. And there we go, that's fine. So that's nice, and the tone. That's all working nicely. Nice pots on this actually. They've got more resistance than the cheaper ones that you get on some of the lower grade instruments. Yeah. Yeah, in that they're a little bit tougher to turn. It's not that they're stiff. It's just that's how they're built. So I think they're higher quality than some of the other stuff that was used back then. So yeah, it's playing really smoothly, and it's an optimal setup. As it's traveling over to you by aircraft, it will get very cold in the hold, and it may lose the setup. It will probably actually contract the neck just a bit, which will make it buzz down here. You need to let it acclimatize when you take it out of the case. I'm going to try and send this one in tune because I know these necks are strong. So I will, I'll send it in tune at this setup. And when you take it out of the case, if it is buzzing down here, give it a couple of hours or so to acclimatize to normal room temperature. And if it's still buzzing like that, give the truss a little turn, maybe an eighth turn or a quarter turn. It's quite sensitive, so you only need to do little tweaks at a time, and then test it until it's at the optimal setup. And like I said, there's still room to go up and down on the bridge, and there will be a care guide sent with this too. Just saying basically the same thing that I just said now. But anyway, and for the rest of you who are watching, if you're interested in getting one of these basses, let me know. You can use my Bass Hunter service, which is linked below. I've had a 95% success rate of finding fairly rare Japanese basses. Things like Ibanez MC940s, the old Fender Boxers, all kinds of stuff really. Some of the Alembic copies that were out there. I've had a pretty good run of success with it, although I have to admit that sometimes the challenge is a little bit too hard, and or it's a little bit too rare or too specific, that it becomes not possible. But yeah, most of the time successful. So check that out if you're interested. And thanks again for watching, and thanks again for your purchase. It's shipping out today in its hard case, and it should be taking about 5 days, something like that. All right, cheers.